What up, what up, what up, everybody? To an episode of Guys with Balls. And today we finally get to talk some real football. As you can see here, we got two people on the right side of Pennsylvania, Eagles fans here, And then I don't know where this guy came from. He's a Steelers fan, but it is what it is. We're gonna still respect that, man. If I hear one more Stairway to Seven one more time, I'm gonna stab you.
Just because you got one ring doesn't mean anything.
Hey,
Catch up.
At least our ring is still shining.
Every day. Just like our trophies are. All 5 of our trophies. I'm sorry, all 6 of our trophies now.
This man don't even know how many trophies they got.
You lose count after you get more than one,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Anyway, we're gonna just do a quick, not even a season preview. We're just gonna do our picks of the week. Make this your own quick reason why you're picking that team. So tonight we have the reigning, defending, undisputed world champions, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Texans. Now, I'm gonna go first, right? Because if it wasn't for the Texans choking, we might be talking a whole different story right now. You play against a team that you was up 35 to, was it 35-3 or something like that? 28-3? 28-3. Something like that. They was up big. Smacking them. If I'm not mistaken, in Kansas City. And y'all only scored what? Between 3 and 7 points after that?
Yep.
I feel like y'all got disrespected. And the offense only got better this year. Mecole Hardman's going to have a bigger role. Sammy Watkins is healthy. They got the running back from LSU. Their offense has gotten better. Now, I do think, though, due to the fact of the pandemic and no preseason games, that the offense is going to take it's probably going to take a half for it to pick up. That's just my prediction. But then after that half, I think it's going to be the Chiefs landed on the Texans again. That's just my opinion. So I got the Texans on here. I'm probably going to go 35-17. Chiefs.
Oh, I thought you were picking Houston. I was going to say
no, 35-17 Chiefs. If I did say Texans, that's my fault. But 35-17 Chiefs.
Okay.
All right, I'll go. I feel like Houston has the most to prove because of how the AFC playoffs ended for them, especially, like you said, they gave up that huge lead. They had so much momentum, and then it was just within the snap of a finger, it was gone. Chiefs, I don't really see them having a Super Bowl layover. They might be, they might be able to take this game just mentally from the Houston Texans, especially Houston not having DeAndre Hopkins any longer. Deshaun Watson was already a QB that took a lot of hits and a lot of sacks. So unless, Houston has, some kind of breakout offensive game, which I don't really see happening, at least not to the point where they can keep up with the Chiefs. Chiefs can literally score in 1 to 2 plays. We all know how explosive Tyreek Hill is. And Mahomes, he's still Mahomes. He can still do it with his legs. I'm going to say 37-10 KC.
Okay. Honestly, this game would have looked a whole lot better with Deshaun Watson having DeAndre Hopkins. But I don't know what the hell was going on with their front office. And so stupid trading them away for peanuts. But I don't know. I think Deshaun Watson has so much fight in him that he might make this a closer game than we think. We've already had last year the Chiefs upsetting the Patriots for the opening week. I'm not going to say the Texans are going to upset them, but I think it's going to be a 45-38 matchup. Going Kansas City, of course. Got to stick with my fantasy football QB.
All right, quick question regarding this game. Not even regarding this game, regarding a player from this team. Who has a better week one, David Johnson or DeAndre Hopkins?
I'm gonna say DeAndre Hopkins.
You don't even have to
Just
explain
based-
yourself if you don't want to.
I mean, it doesn't really need an explanation. It's DeAndre Hopkins. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
between him and Kyler Murray, I'm really excited to see that tandem. Yeah, he's really. It's a difference between when you know you're a good player and you want to go out there and play the game, but when you actually appreciate the team you're playing for, and you're not just playing for the fans. When you're actually somewhere where you want to be, that takes your game to another level. And if you had a chance to really hear, DeAndre Hopkins over the summer, he's excited to get out there and showcase his talent. And let's not forget, Arizona still has Larry Fitzgerald on the team, so they'll still he's going to be motivated to play alongside a Hall of Famer. He's going to soak him up like a sponge with all the on and off the field knowledge on how to be a better player.
Definitely. Yeah, I definitely got to go with Hopkins as well. I don't see any other way to go because Hopkins, I mean, listen, you triple, double coverage, he's still catching that pass. Even when he's not open at no point.
Yeah, even when he's not open, he's open.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if that injury is really going to come back to bite them in the butt for making this trade or not, but I don't see him having a good night tonight either.
All right, so let's go over to a marquee matchup. One of the better games I believe that's going to happen this weekend. The New Orleans Saints versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's a game I don't care for at all because
if you don't care for that game, you don't like football, bro.
No, I don't care for it because Drew Brees needs to be banned from football after his statements earlier this year. And it's Tom Brady.
It's banned from football.
And it's Tom Brady. I can't stand Tom. The rest, I heard just signed a 7-year deal too with the Bucks. So
who?
The referees, the officiating crew.
I'm done. This man is stupid.
That's Tom's secret weapon right there. No, but that is going to be a good matchup, though.
That's going to be a hell of a
New Orleans.
Man, if this was in New Orleans pre-corona, I got the Saints, bro. But it's a whole different ball game, man.
But see, I don't know. See, that's the only thing with these games. How is it going to affect each team playing with no noise? Because you normally practice and play with noise. And so it being quiet almost.
So it's not going to be quiet. They're actually going to be able to pump in some crowd noise to a certain amount.
It won't make it matter. You're not going to hear that as much as you would hear actual fans. The way
you heard the crowd noise in a bubble. I mean, it didn't affect anything, but you heard it.
I'm personally, I'm gonna pick the Saints, just because. Yeah, they have Tom Brady, Leonard Fournette, but one big piece, Mike Evans is questionable to play, and I mean, in this situation, it's better to go with the Devils you know than the Devils you don't. We don't know exactly what the Tampa Bay Bucks are going to look like. I always say this: everything looks good on paper, everything looks good in black and white, but when you step out on the field, it's a totally different thing. The Saints, although they have not won, multiple Super Bowls, they've been pretty much a top-tier team, not only in the NFC but in the NFL since 2010, 2011, 2009. Like Drew Brees' entire tenure, they've been a formidable opponent. On the defensive side of the ball, they're not a suspect either, and they have arguably the top wide receiver in the game, Michael Thomas, who 2 years ago kind of got shut down by the Eagles, but we're not gonna go there. But I just feel like
with trash corners, by the way.
Yeah, well, my man Crayvon LeBlanc not trash, bro.
No, I mean compared to what we have now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, the Saints. I mean, yeah, I just feel like the defense. Well, they could be playing at Frankfurt Terminal in NFL streets. So I just think right now the Saints are the better team. And due to, like you said, due to COVID and stuff like that, that's going to play a factor because you have all these new pieces going into Tampa Bay. Nobody really knows, each other's tendencies and stuff like that in a real live action. It's the difference between when you're playing a scrimmage with your own teammates and when you get a division rival in there, game one, and you got, you're Tom Brady. You got a target on your back. You're in a new surrounding you in a new territory. Nobody wants to be that first NFC loss.
Hey, yo, this is not the AFC.
No, NFC.
No.
Stephen, you muted yourself. Hold on.
What'd you say?
You muted yourself.
Me or him?
What the heck is going on now, Rick?
You, Stephen. There you go.
We can't hear you, Rick.
I can hear both of you, but Steph, you're like mad low.
What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Barely.
I can't hear nothing.
I can hear you.
Now I can hear you.
I don't know what the hell that was. They just randomly just stop, whatever.
That usually happens when you bring up Tom Brady. Stuff just stops.
Stuff just happens.
I remember our headsets wasn't working.
But no, I just feel like the Saints are the better team right now because they pretty much have the same team intact. I mean, those guys they know how to win, they know how to play on both sides of the ball, and it's Sean Payton. It's only week one. He'll save the crybaby antics for week 14 and throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, what I was saying, I'm definitely gonna take the Saints in this one because again, they just have that continuity. But what I was saying was Brady needs to know that the NFC is not the AFC. The AFC has you looking at me like I'm crazy. The AFC does not have
This ain't the East Coast.
No, I'm saying the AFC does not have as much, I guess, as many teams that can
opponents.
Yeah, like they can compete. Like the AFC is top heavy. The AFC, you have every year you got your top 6 teams and that's it. You may get your surprise team once in a while, but you have your top 6 teams and that's it. Whereas in the NFC, you have at least 2 or 3 teams battling out in the division in each division every year.
And let's not forget, there's an expanded playoffs now.
Yes.
Everybody's going to be fighting this year, man.
Oh, and not only that, there's only one team that gets home field.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wish they would have also incorporated no divisional champions. Everybody goes by their draft. Well, I'm sorry, not their draft, but their records. That's what they really should have did. That would really made it interesting. No more.
He just basically saying that because basically if that was the case, the Eagles wouldn't have made the playoffs. Hating ass.
No, I'm just saying in general for anybody, because then hey, you have a better. I don't see why a 7-9 team should host a 12-4 team in the playoffs.
He was 9-7, sir.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general. It's happened.
I mean, it's happened. It definitely has happened. And for the people to say out there to say, oh, the Eagles won the worst division in history, do your homework. Somebody won a division at 7-9. I seen someone win it like 7-8-1. Get out my face with that BS. There's teams who won with like 2-3 games under 500 won their division. So the fact that the Eagles was 9-7 and the Cowboys was 8-8 last year shouldn't mean anything because there's been worse division winners.
But you also got to take into context what happened for each season too. I'm not saying that nothing didn't happen. I'm just saying in general. I can't just go off the record. I got to look at what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, the Eagles had you playing wide receiver last year. I mean,
he played wide receiver.
They had you at wide receiver, me blocking for Carson because our line got hurt so many damn games. It just wasn't, it wasn't a good look.
If they would have had me, the Burners would have been on all day.
Oh my God, Ricky. Okay, Greg Ward. Anyway.
First of all, I'm a great route runner. One.
So is Greg Ward, but he's not setting the world right. Anyway. All right, next game.
All right, let's kick it on down the line. Eagles versus the Washington football team.
Okay, we've beaten them, what? 6 in a row, maybe? Maybe more than that.
Washington.
We've beaten them how many times in a row now?
Who cares? I already said the Washington football team is going to take an L because this is too much going on for them, I think. They aren't focused football ready yet. They don't even have a proper name for their team or even a logo. We just said, we're just going to put a W up there.
That's a logo, ain't it?
They for multi-billion-dollar, for a dollar industry. They're not a multi-billion-dollar team.
That's what I found out today, though. Check the injury report, and they said that this one guy, that the Eagles drafted named Jalen Reagor, was going to be out for 2 games at least. And suddenly this man was a full participant in practice. Then you got Deshaun, that's speed. And then you got John Hightower, is another rookie got speed. Man, all I'm going to say is bombs away.
Question, though, is going to be for the season. Can Carson stay up?
What? The man played 6. Shut up. I'm not going to answer that question. The man played 16 games last year.
I'm just saying. That's the question for any quarterback that's coming to the season with a previous injury.
What previous injury, sir?
Didn't he have an injury 2 years ago?
That's 2 years ago. It's normally can they stay? Okay, can Ben stay healthy?
Hey, we're gonna see. I'm hoping he can. I think he can. He feels like he can. So
Answer this question: how many games did Ben Roethlisberger play last year?
Listen, he played 1.5, and we seen the outcome.
How many games did Carson Wentz play last year?
Probably all 16, and y'all still had the same record as us.
Y'all was 9-7.
So,
exactly. Shut your ass up.
1 game difference. 1 game difference. Doesn't matter.
Okay, you was average, like the Cowboys, average.
No, we wasn't average. Actually,
the record says otherwise. But anyway, I think this is gonna be a blowout. Honestly, this is gonna be a coming out party. The reason why I say this is gonna be a blowout is because it's literally like the Washington football team. They still don't have who in their secondary scares you, and that's an honest question.
Who on the Washington football team scares you?
10 minutes.
Ryan Kerrigan is still pretty good. Their defensive line is awesome.
Nobody on the football team scares me at all.
Okay, I mean that's because you don't pay attention. But their defensive line is very, very good. But other than that, their linebacking core and their secondary doesn't really do anything for me. I honestly think this is going to be a blowout, personally, in favor of the Eagles, of course. That's just my 2 cents.
I'm going to say it'll be close in the beginning because it always is, but I'm going to say Eagles win 37-14.
Was you? Go ahead, I'm going to let you finish. I'm sorry.
I don't think Terry McLaurin's going to have the game the success he's had in the past against us. I feel like Darius Slay's going to have 2 picks, come have a big debut for us. The only thing I worry about on our defense is really our linebacking core. Other than that, I'm pretty hopeful we can have a bounce back year because our defense, like you said, has been bombs away, especially when they play us. Look, we going up against Ronald Darby, so
exactly.
I'm gonna say he gives up at least 3 touchdowns.
This man got this man getting cooked.
two to Deshaun, and then he's gonna try to make an open field tackle on Miles, and Miles is gonna break him down and take it to the house.
Yeah, he got this man getting cooked. Was you at Rome House last year when we started against Washington?
Mm-mm.
Okay, because last year I just was screaming at the TV. I'm like, yo, if y'all go deep to Deshaun right now, and that's what made me mad last year because that game didn't start to open up until we started going deep.
Yeah, I think I was actually at Xfinity Live for that game.
Okay.
Rich man. Nah, just kidding.
Well, I know for sure. The year that we won the Super Bowl, those couple games that we chilled together was on point. It was popping.
Oh yeah, that was definitely lit. Especially all the food we consumed. That was the best part.
All right, let's do a couple more games because I know everybody got to get out.
Yeah, let's these big games.
Let's go over to Monday night. Let's talk about the Steelers and the Giants.
Oh, is there really anything to talk about? The Giants have no chance. Come on, man. Going up against the top 5 defense from the previous season. That's only improved. You have a healthy Ben Roethlisberger coming back. who's looked excellent in training camp. The offense has picked up more weapons at the receiving court. Our offensive line is still intact. James Conner is back healthy. Benny Snell has proven that he can be our number 2.
Yeah, Rick, just give y'all the trophy now. Then.
I'm just gonna say it's gonna be like 50-10.
All right,
I got
you snapping. You snapping.
It's Monday Night Lights. We always perform on Monday Night Lights.
I got y'all winning, but damn, 50-10.
50
Is this Madden?
Who the Giants have on defense at this point that can stop anybody on the offense?
But 50-10, like.
I mean, you gotta you make a valid point. I'm trying to think about who they. Yeah, okay, you got a valid point as far as that.
I honestly,
but 50 though, you putting up. They putting up 50.
Yeah, the last year that we had Brown, we was averaging almost 40 points a game, and then last year.
But did you win though?
Chill, buddy.
You didn't win.
We'll talk about that Aints game that Juju fumbled on us for.
Listen, this is how I feel. I kind of agree with you there. It is going to be a blowout, but I'm not going to disrespect them and say 50-10.
Listen.
But yeah, it's going to be bad. It's going to be pretty bad. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I mean, y'all do have a top 5 defense. If Ben is Ben, it's going to be a crazy game. It's probably going to get ugly.
If anybody has Saquon Barkley in their lineup, just take him out now because
I'm not going. You'll be stupid. You'll be stupid, man. This is me talking to myself. You'll be stupid to take Saquon Barkley out.
Okay, you think so?
And
they don't have. See, if they had other weapons on offense, okay, you would keep him in. But I don't think they have enough other weapons where we can't just key in on him most of the game.
I mean, you probably could, but at the end of the day, Saquon is still going to break one.
Rick talking all this trap. Watch the Steelers get cooked on the low.
Rock coming off that edge, and then you also going to have our linebacking core that has just gained more wisdom over the past few years, and then you have that safety and them quarterbacks. Listen, our quarterbacks can play man to man against anybody now. Our safeties can cover.
Man, hey Rick, you got some Steelers on your mouth. Rick, wipe your mouth off. You got some Steelers on it.
Cut it out, buddy.
You can tell Rick only plays with the Steelers on Madden. He just broke the whole demographic.
I play with other teams.
All right, Kurt, who you got, man?
I got the Steelers as well. I don't feel like the Giants have enough right now. We're still a fairly young team. Are they going to be fun to watch? Yeah, Daniel. I actually like Daniel Jones. I think he's going to be a pretty good quarterback. Saquon is, Saquon. It's going to be an interesting matchup, but I got the Steelers winning 30-14.
Let's just do one more real quick. That I could think of. This is the game that I actually want to see. I want to see Joe Burrow's debut versus the Chargers. I just don't think that Joe Burrow – that Chargers defense is nasty, yo. And they have 3 really – I know that Derwin James is out, but they got 3 really, really, really good corners. Desmond King, Hayward, and they got Chris Harris Jr., man. They have a really, really, really good defense. And Kenneth Murray can light you up too. I just don't think personally that they have enough on the offensive side of the ball with no preseason games for Joe Burrow to actually do anything in this game. So I definitely have the Chargers. I have the Chargers winning 35-21.
Well, first and foremost, the Chargers got the best uniforms in football. Just want to put that out there.
Yo, and I love to play with them in man. Yo, them joints clean.
Second of all,
too.
Oh my God, you're such a hater, bro.
Second of all, they're going to destroy the Bengals. We all know what happens. Listen, we all know what happens with rookie quarterbacks in this league, even the great ones. Yeah, Joe Burrow was used to winning at LSU. He ain't at LSU no more. You want to be you was the number 1 pick. You're going to have to come out and prove it. all those reasons, like you basically said, Chargers defense, they got, prime time players who are gonna make big time plays. Chris Harris Jr. Who's, low key one of my favorite defensive players to watch. Kind of wish the Eagles had the chance to grab him, but
We actually almost did.
So I said, kind of, but I feel like the Chargers defense is going to be the turning point, so to speak, in this game. Joe Burrow might throw 2 late touchdowns, but I'm gonna this might be a wire-to-wire victory for the Chargers.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Chargers 28, Bengals 10, or no, Bengals 14. I'll give Joe Burrow 2 touchdowns.
See, I got a feeling it's gonna come to the Chargers offense, honestly, because we know their defense is good, but they've always had the issue of offense with Phillip Rivers. Now there's no Phillip Rivers. What can their quarterback do now?
Well, they didn't draft Justin Herbert, and they have Tyrod Taylor, so we'll see.
Austin Eckler, Hunter Henry, Mike Williams, Keenan
Mike,
Allen.
listen. Wait, hold. Mike Williams is a fantasy beast. I don't know.
Their team is stacked. It's just their quarterback is going to be the question mark for their team. Because, listen, for the past few years, Phillip Rivers has been the one that's cost them the games. And there's no Phillip Rivers. We don't know what to expect out of their quarterback right now. So, I'm giving them 28-17.
The games will be managed. That's what it is. Because Tyrod Taylor is a game manager in my eyes.
The Bengals, I don't think, have it in them to win most of these games this season. But the Chargers could just give up the game, too.
Did you just say multiple games this season?
Yeah. I don't think they have it in them.
Multiple? So they going 1-15?
Hey, you beat them last year? Something like that?
Hey, yo, he said multiple games this year. Damn. Just disrespect their whole season, huh?
I mean, they get no love in the North.
Well, look at it this way. If they do go 1-15, they can get Jamar Chase from LSU and reunite him with Joe Burrow.
That's big facts.
Listen, we'll take a grain off their hands, AJ.
Oh my God, I gotta go. Yeah. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, like, let us know what what games you're gonna be watching, what games you got penciled. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen.